511. 511. Hi, guys. My name is Arjun, and it's lovely to have you here today. I present this message to you on the heels of an inspired conversation that I had this morning with my mentor and guide, Basil Harris. Our discussion today was on the subject of goal setting. I have a notebook from which I'm just going to read out a few points and share with you what Basil and me discussed, or rather what I learned from my mentor in the area of goal setting. We are in December of 2020, and coming up is a brand new year, 2021. And in esoteric numerology, the number 2021 adds up to the number 5, and the number 5 represents, is the archetype of transformation. Transformation. Formation is becoming, and trans is transiting from an earlier version of you to a newer version of you. It's lovely to have you here today. I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I can and convey as many concepts in this short time that we have together. Basil shared with me 5 A's for goal setting: one enemy, and one frenemy. And so let's just get started with the 5 A's. And the first of the 5 A's is the word achievement. Achievement. And set a goal to achieve something that you have not achieved before. An achievement goal. It could be achievement in the area of finances, which could include your career. It could be an achievement in the area of fitness, which is your health. Or it could be an achievement in the area of family, which includes relationships, and perhaps you can even extend that into relationships with friends. And Basil's mentor, Jim, said a long time ago, he said, if you don't know where you're headed, then how are you going to get there? Stephen Covey, in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, said, begin with the end in mind. Human beings experience happiness when we make progress. And the word achievement is synonymous to progress. So the first A of goal setting is achievement. Set a goal to achieve something that you've never achieved before. The second A is activity. Activity. If you want to achieve, then you've got to have some kind of activity. And a word that comes to mind under the heading of activity is the word next, N-E-X-T. And when folks, business owners, salespeople, ambitious individuals are in the process of achievement and conducting activity in order to achieve, one of the most powerful questions to ask oneself is, what's the next step? What is the next step, or what's the next step? So the operative word is next. And an activity goal for you could be the number of phone calls you make, the number of people you meet in a particular frame of time. Perhaps it is the number of new relationships that you will build. It could be the number of proposals that you send out. Activity, anything to move you forward. So activity is the precursor of any achievement. So go ahead and set an activity goal. Often we're not achieving all the time. We're not really achieving or making money or getting our goals every single day. Perhaps that is the case, and that is usually the case, but you do have control over your activity goals. You may not control your achievement outcomes, but you do control your activity outcomes. So that's the second A. The first A was achievement. The second A was activity. And the third A is accountability. Accountability. And accountability to yourself, first and foremost. Can you, at the end of the day, stand in front of the mirror Look at yourself in the eyes and say with conviction that I did what I promised myself that I would do. Yeah, that I did complete the thing that I promised myself I would complete. So accountability to yourself, and also accountability to a coach or a mentor or an accountability partner. Somebody who is willing to buddy up with you and hold you accountable to the promises that you make to yourself. Okay, so an achievement goal, that is the thing that you want to achieve. That's the first A. The second A is second A is activity. Apologies. Yeah, the second A is activity. I told you this is unscripted. I'm going to keep looking at my notes and talking to you. And the third A is accountability. Accountability to yourself and accountability to at least one other person. And the fourth A is the word attitude. Attitude. And set a goal to better, to improve, to enhance, to ameliorate your attitude in 2021. Seek to improve the way you think, to perceive things in better light, to look at situations as a glass that is half full instead of half empty. Seek to become the kind of person that would look at a large stone, a large block in your path and see it as a stepping stone rather than as a stumbling block. And the way to improve your attitude is to rub shoulders with other people who have an elevated attitude in life, and or to read books written by people who have a great attitude, and even watch videos by those who have excellent attitudes. And that's the fourth A. So the first A is achievement. The second A is activity. The third A is accountability. The fourth A is attitude. And the fifth A is altruism. Altruism, which is helping other people, adding value to others as you traverse your path in life, as you go forward and as you grow forward. A win-win rather than a win-lose. Seeking to approach achievement from the perspective that when you achieve, the tide rises. And when the tide rises, the rising tide lifts all ships. Altruism as the fifth A. Seeking to achieve an objective that is larger than you, that in the achievement of that objective now helps many other people also achieve their objective. So to summarize, the 5 A's of goal setting that I discussed with my mentor today, number 1 is achievement, and achievement can be achievement in the area of finances, fitness, or family, and you can certainly come up with other areas. This is not an all-encompassing decision, it's just a point of view, okay? The second A is activity, and the key word in activity is the word next, or in the form of a question, it is phrased as, what is the next step, or what is the next thing that I can do in this current situation? And that could be a phone call, a meeting, reaching out, networking, connecting, or doing something that moves you in the forward direction. The third A is accountability. Accountability to yourself and accountability to at least one other. Making a promise to yourself and to someone else that you will complete what you said you would complete by the end of the day. The fourth A is attitude, which is enhancing the frame of your mind, the filter, the lens through which you view the universe, the point of view that you have, which is an enhanced mindset, looking at things from an abundance perspective rather than a scarcity perspective, an attitude that you live, that I live in a friendly universe rather than a hostile universe. And the fifth A is the word altruism, and seek to add value to others, to enhance and to improve the quality, the standard of other people's lives as you improve your life in the process. So this is the journey with regard to the 5 A's with goal setting. So that's the 5. And then the 1 is the one enemy of progress. The one enemy of progress is confusion. Confusion. And the antonym, or the opposite of the word confusion, is clarity. Clarity. And my teacher, Basil, taught me a long time ago, if you want to move from confusion to clarity, then you have to learn to focus. Focus. F-O-C-U-S. Focus. F-O-C-U-S. F. Follow. O. One. C. Course. U. Until. S. Successful. Follow one course until successful. Focus. Basil also taught me that focus is nothing but the removal of distractions. And remove distractions from your life, whatever those distractions might be. That's a longer discussion, but at a very basic level, remove distractions from your physical space. Work on a clean desk. Remove distractions from your relationship space. I coached someone recently where I recommended to her to remove the distractions of negative people from her life. And when she did that, the quality of her focus improved. Remove the distractions of the mental influences. Very often, all too often, most of us listen to and watch too much news, and news is full of the news, regrettably, is full of negativity. Now, I know a lot of you are in business and working, so I will not say that you must not watch the news at all, although that might be a good idea. But let's strike a balance wherein perhaps you get just enough of the news to give you information, just enough of the news to give you information without deleting your inspiration. Okay, so the enemy of progress is one thing, and that one thing is confusion. And the opposite of confusion is clarity. And if you wish to have clarity, then focus. In order to focus, deliberately remove distractions from your life, minimalize such that you are able to, in your physical and mental and your energetic space, focus on the thing that you want rather than be distracted by things that you do not want. A speaker I was listening to humorously said that our distractions are like WMDs, weapons of mass destruction. WMDs, weapons of mass destruction. So remove the WMDs from your life and you will be able to focus. Okay, so we've done the 5 A's of goal setting. We've done the one enemy of progress, which is confusion, and the opposite of confusion is clarity. And the other one that we will speak about is the frenemy. And the frenemy of success is the word change. Change. Frenemy, right? I think that's called a neologism. I could be mistaken, and you're welcome to comment if I am, but I do believe the word neologism is the formation of a new word by combining 2 words. So we're combining the words friend and enemy and calling it frenemy. And the reason why we call change a frenemy is because initially change is disruptive, change is disturbing. Change causes us to feel disoriented because it is new. It is something that hasn't happened before. Change causes us to step outside or stretch outside our comfort zone and move into our capacity zone. And so initially, change is perceived as an enemy. But the moment we expand outside our comfort and into our capacity zone, change has the potential to become a friend. Change introduces us to our innate resourcefulness and the power of our resilience. Change equips us with the competence of versatility. Change makes us versatile. Change allows us to tap into our neuroplasticity, which is the flexibility of our mind, and we all are innately tremendously neuroplastic. So that's the one frenemy of progress, which is change. And when we accept, appreciate, adopt, acquiesce to change, we find that change is more of a friend than an enemy. So it starts off as an enemy and then it becomes our friend, and change allows us to step outside our curriculum or what we thought our curriculum was, and permits us to explore, like I said earlier, our capacity zone. So there we go. That's the short and sweet video from me to you, the 5 A's with regard to goal setting, the one enemy of progress, which is confusion, and the one frenemy, which is change. I trust this video has added value to you, and I will bid you adieu. Have a lovely day ahead.